Everybody, welcome to the Jesse Lewis Show. I'm not sure if Austin is with me or not. We will see what happens. Austin Arm Brands, I want to talk to you about who you are and what you do. Can you still hear me? Are you still able to talk?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we're good.
Man,
so
what happened there?
The Jesse Lewis Show, we know how this works. I bring people on that are within the entertainment industry or adjacent to the entertainment industry. And Austin, you're kind of in the entertainment industry. It's a weird thing that you do. Let's talk about
I throw a lot of parties.
You got 2 minutes, and I'll let you talk about yourself for those 2 minutes. Then we'll dive into what we're actually going to talk about. And go.
All right, 2 minutes to talk about myself. Well, in the entertainment-wise, I love to throw parties and host events. So we got a lot of stuff happening on the island. I used to do way more stuff in Denver. But yeah, I host a show every week that Jesse has been on. That's actually, I believe, how we met. A little podcast TV show that teaches people how to grow and gives tips on life advice. I own a few retail stores. I do a lot of coaching and consulting. And I guess at this point in my life, I just live on a sweet island and help people as much as possible.
Helping people is about what it's really all about. Often during my podcast, I talk about how we serve people. And one thing that I found interesting about you is that you host like networking events. And that's really what I want to talk to you about. How has networking helped you to expand your reach, to do better business, and to just actually serve people? Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I love that. So on this island, we've done probably 3 or 4 networking events, and there's nothing like it on this island. So in almost every major city, there's tons of networking. There's young professionals, restaurant industry, banking industry, whatever it is. They all have their own networking. There's some generic ones. I've pretty much had a networking group or thrown networking events for probably like 8 years now. Used to throw them at my coffee shop back in Denver, and now I throw them at a coffee shop down here that partners with us. But it's first off, I try to make it fun. I try to make it a little education, so I do a little bit of speaking, like 10 minutes on last month was sales. This month will be marketing. So that's a little bit of fun or a little bit of education. Then we all have fun and introduce ourselves, and it's really just finding those connections. You never know who can help you or who you can help until you meet them, and it's a place for people that are just growing in their entrepreneurial professional business way to meet, as opposed to like a party on the beach where you meet socially and you may or may not have anything in common.
The thing about networking can be done at that type of party, but we both know it's always better to network with people that might actually either be able to use you or actually refer you to people. In your own personal business, when you're doing this stuff, how have you seen your business grow? And I'll get the next question after that. How have you seen your business grow from this?
So I guess specifically to events, you meet tons of people. Let's see if I have an example. So definitely in Denver, networking, when I used to throw parties for one of my businesses, you'd meet tons of people in that industry. You'd meet new partners or suppliers or people that can work together. Networking was a huge way, and the best part is it's free. Networking events just take time. You don't have to go spend a bunch of money, and you can meet. You never know who you're going to meet. On this island, we have, a lot of the commercial bankers are here. So if you're looking for loans or financial products, they all show up. Insurance, a guy that owns his own wine vineyard on these islands. And now I'm like, oh, well, we could use your wine and throw a wine party or have a speed dating party and use your wine as like the featured sponsor. There's just so many unique people doing cool, growing things that you can find a way to use them for just about anything. Right now for my personal business, I don't use the networking for myself too much. It's more, it just didn't exist and it should. So it's just a way to help local small business owners, which is kind of my biggest mission in life is to grow as many small businesses as possible.
I may have lost.
Am I back yet? Okay. So yeah,
Yep,
so my
you're
mission
back.
in life is essentially to grow as many small businesses as possible. Teach people how to grow from small to medium. And I mean, in the end, small businesses are the backbone of America. We all have a love-hate relationship with corporations, but they all started as small businesses at some point too. And so it'd be really fun if one of my coaching clients or somebody I met in a networking or somebody that, I work with occasionally grew into a multinational corporation in the next 30 years. That'd be sweet. Maybe then we can hate them at that point. But until then, we're going to support and push and promote and help them grow. But it's really, really, I used to be the guy that was like, I'm smarter than everyone. I know more than everyone. I've built all these $1 million businesses and I'm only 27 years old. And then probably right around like 30 is when I was like, man, if didn't have such a fucking ego, I could have met so many people that would have built so much stuff so much faster. Instead of me thinking I know everything and trying to do it all on my own, it's way easier to have a team and partners. And, even if they're not partners in your business, partners that you meet with once a week to talk, or a coach that you can hang out with that can teach you stuff. It's way faster to pay someone for an hour of their time than it is to spend like the 10 years studying that they've studied. So that was a big revelation when I was like, man, if I could have spent like $5,000 a year on coaches and networking events and masterminds, I would have learned so much more, so much faster than me failing 50 billion times and learning from all those failures over 15 years.
Yep, I agree. The other part of that is taking action. A lot of people get advice that's free, and then they never ever take action. They don't even pay for it. It's given to them, but they never actually take action. And then 5 years later, they're in the exact same spot that they were. So
a huge part of coaching is just accountability.
Mentorship.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people, I have friends that are accountability friends, so like on working out or on eating healthy, that we just check in, and accountability is huge. And when you're off on your own as an entrepreneur, you have a lot less accountability unless you have like a family you're working for or someone counting on you. It's always nice to have accountability partners or accountability coaches that can kind of help you. And you're right though, on networking, if you meet once a month, when that meeting's coming up, you kind of want to have something to talk about. You don't want to be like, well, I didn't do anything and my business is still stagnant. You kind of want to be like, hey, I did this. Thank you guys for helping and supporting me, and I got this done, and now I'm on to the next step.
Absolutely. I agree. One of the things I'm doing, I think you've stopped talking. I can't make sure yet. But one of the things I'm doing in my business is that part of the reason for this podcast is to keep me accountable. Myself, because sometimes you have to do it yourself. It's also keeping other entertainers accountable, saying that, hey, we need to be moving our businesses forward every single day, and if not every single day, every single week. Doesn't have to be a lot of work, but we do need to move it forward. Otherwise, we just die. Where do you see, because you're a local networker, where do you see how this could work better for entertainers? For instance, I know there's groups that people can join. Do you have any recommendations on how entertainers could specifically network better?
Well, I mean, they can go to any networking event. I would say.
Oh, there you are.
I must have some sort of lag, I guess. So I would say, I mean, networkers can go to any networking event, and the people that you'll meet there, business owners, everyone's looking for some sort of entertainment or some sort of event or party or something that keeps their business fresh and in people's minds. So especially for like you, Jesse, with comedy and hypnotism, you could just do a Saturday hypnotist for like an hour or 2 hours at a business, and it might spice it up and bring some more people in. So just connecting with any sort of business owner that has a retail store could be a great way to do it. You could also start your own networking just for entertainers, and you guys could work together. Maybe have like one agent or the power of numbers that goes and books everyone all over the place. That'd be an interesting little idea as well. That lag behind? Oh my gosh. You have another question for me, Jesse?
So we do have lag, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure Austin finished what he was talking about, and I think that I do apologize, Austin. I'm not sure what the hell's going on today with the connection, but I do want to thank you for being on. We said we were going to go on for about 20 minutes, but we had about 10 minutes of technical difficulties, everybody. Last thing, Austin, I'm hoping people can still hear you. How do people find you for your personal coaching and also your podcast?
To find me, everything basically is on my Facebook, Austin Arm Brands. You can find me on Insta, YouTube, everything as well. And my podcast is called Millionaires Are Made. We're biggest on YouTube. You can subscribe there, but we also have presences on Facebook and Insta, TikTok, all that. So it's Austin Arm Brands and Millionaires Are Made.
Everybody, this has been Austin from Austin Arm Brands. And Austin, I want to thank you, and I'll see you at the back end. Everybody, Six Figure Entertainer Podcast, you know the deal. Go there, check out how to become a better entertainer financially in business and all that other stuff. And I'll see you over there. Reach out. I'll be glad to hear from you.